with the live developing. We're developing film. So we got chemicals and we got a water bath. I got to check the chemicals and the temperature. So let's go ahead and see what's up. So right now, this thing is set to 102 degrees. I got 3 rolls of color loaded up over here. So I'm just gonna make sure we're still up to temp because I stepped away for a while. And yeah, that's pretty much it. What's up, Technol? Good to see you again, man. Just making sure we're doing this as scientifically as possible. Juan in the house, dude. How's it going, man? You missed the earlier stream, dude. What's up, everybody? Freaking, yeah, 2 streams in one day, dude. What do you know? God, dude, I swear to God. This thing just takes so freaking long to get up to temp. Fauci's back here. Smoopy groupies. Here we go. So, because I had to step away from this for a while, I had it set to 102, but usually I crank it up to 103 to get it to the point, to get it up to the right temperature. But right now it seems like my freaking water bath ain't where it's supposed to be, while the dev was over. So then they swap places, and I don't know, guys, I just want to be professional. I want to be as accurate. I want, you know, I'm a perfectionist. Where the hell did the chat go? I hate how the chat disappears on this freaking thing, dudes. Top fans, how do I make it do alt? There we go. Top fans, right now we got Technol, number 1. Anthony Fauci, number 2. Slow Dive, number, what? I don't know. You're really beating Juan over there? I don't know about that. What's going up? What's going on? Anyway, I'm 1.5, 1.4 degrees off under on my freaking water bath. So I think I'm just gonna have to dump in some hot water and make this happen. We're doing color development, C41, as the title and thumbnail suggested. What's good, Nick? Not me, guys. I'm tired, but thanks for hanging out. If you guys got any pressing questions, I've been working on, you know, the X-ray film and the shirt stuff. I showed off some of the, you know, packaging design I'm trying to do for the shirts, like the tags and whatnot. I showed that off in the earlier live stream. So just know I don't forget about you guys that have been hooking me up and helping me out. So I appreciate you. What do you think? It's actually cold here, so it's not ironic. I'm not a hipster. But how do I... What do you mean, no? No, Yes, Technol, I can't believe it's saying that you're number 1, dude. What about Juan? Juan puts his heart into this. Come on. Anyway, we're trying to even out the temperature. Welcome to the Nick Pours Liquids Back and Forth podcast. You know, it's really, really important stuff, guys. No, I mean, I don't think you missed a lot, but I don't know. Was I that informative? You came in at the start, right? I feel like there's no good angle with this freaking phone angle, dude. I'm gonna have to put you guys over here. Like, where do you see what I'm doing and be able to not have my head cut off? You know what I mean? It's so stupid. That's why that's why I always bring out the GoPro, but then that has its own problems. You know what I mean? Okay, well, let's check the dev temperature. I'm just really frustrated, guys. I'm drying out over here. If I could only shoot one, what would you rather shoot, a Nikon or a Canon for the rest of the time? I guess a Nikon. It's what I'm more comfortable with. I've only shot, like, as far as Canons, I've only shot like vintage stuff, like the A1, the AE1. But for the more modern stylings, I'm definitely much more acquainted with Nikons, with like the F100 and the D7000. Yeah, that would be nice, dude. I was thinking of doing putting you on the sync thing. I have this one clamp mount that puts you guys up on the sync, but then I don't know. Anyway, I'm 0.3 under on the developer, so that's got to still come up to temp a bit. You'd think I'd have all my ducks in a row before I did the live stream, but what does it matter? I'm talking to you guys either way, you know. Oh no, this is supposed to be a developing podcast live stream, and Nick's, you know, he's not even ready. How are we ever going to donate to chat? You know, what is Nick going to do? By the way, do I sound fine? I don't know if these Rode things always work. They should be plug and play with the live stream. What's the matter? Sarah says, what's the matter? Well, you know what's the matter. What's the matter is you not here. You in there with the puppy and leaving me out here hanging to dry. Hanging me out to dry. You guys like noir movies? We just watched a pretty good one. double indemnity. It was just like an insurance fraud scheme, you know. It was pretty fun. Okay, this still ain't up to temp. Still 0.7 under on the water. But we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Welcome to the Measure the Sink Tap Water podcast. Oh, and speaking of podcasts, sorry that it's been a while since I've done one of the LoPresti uncuts, one of the LoPro uncuts. You know, holidays and stuff gets in the way. You know what I mean? Who wasn't there? Common Bros, good and more. The man who wasn't there. Babe, screenshot that. Yeah, that's been digging the old movies, you know what I mean? And I don't even know where to go to pirate movies or how to do that. Like, you know, I don't even know how you find a VPN to trust, because all that news about the IDF, like Israel owns all the freaking VPNs, you know what I mean? Just a bunch of spies. The only I've ever used is a Minolta and a Maxim 5. Maxims are supposed to be good, dude. I've never used any of those autofocus Minoltas. Anyway, so I don't know how to be a pirate in this day and age. LimeWire was the thing to do back when I was a kid. I don't know. I guess let me go get the freaking sink mount just to get you guys all set up, because I feel like an idiot over here. And then we get to go visit with Puppy. Hey, babe. Why are you watching the stream? Don't you got your own things to do? No? Her and Puppy. Hey, we're in the dark over here, keeping you in the dark. But yeah, don't talk about pirating in the stream, guys, because it's gonna get us banned. How do I make sure top chat, live chat? There we go. I want to see the whole chat. It always does this to me. It's literally 1 a.m. here, says low 420, but I can't miss a color developing live. Well, you might, because it's taken me forever to get my act together, guys. It's not bad. I'm not a big fan of the later plastic cameras, but they are decent. Dude, I was going down a rabbit hole. I was getting really gassed up on the Maxim A9, the Alpha 9 Minolta, because it's got like the fastest shutter of any freaking SLR, you know, 1/12,000 of a second. What? But then I matured as a photographer and I realized, why do I want to shoot wide open all the time? And that would be the only thing that would necessitate having a 1/12,000 shutter speed. Otherwise, you know, like I don't know, why do you need to shoot so fast? Yeah, well, don't rub it in, Slavi. You saw the last episode, at least I think. Okay, we're getting screwed on, guys. I'm screwing. Here we go. I'm gonna make this work. Okay, here we go. There we go. Let's see. You need to incorporate a microwave into your workflow. Hey, what's up, Slaps? Nah, dude, I'm pretty sure Tony copyrighted that. If you guys haven't seen Tony, you know I do a pretty good job of making this developing thing seem complicated. You know what I mean? Tony shows that it doesn't have to be all the bells and whistles. Tony, one of the newest recruits of the LoPresti army, he heats up his water in the microwave. He heats up his chemicals in the microwave, and here I am being a dingus, wasting all this time measuring water and developer. But thanks so much for coming in, Slaps. I appreciate you stopping by. It's kind of hot, not gonna lie. What do you mean it's kind of hot? Of me like doing the whole classic YouTuber, like, oh, grimace face, ugh. Oh my God. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. I feel so pretty. I feel seen. And now I think I'm going to be overboard. So now the water temp is 2 over, but that should equalize when I pour it into the cold Patterson tank. And now let's check the dev. I always like to invert it because half of this thing is not, you know, getting heated up. So I want to make it a homogenized mass of temperatures. Hey, thanks for the microwave idea. Yeah, dude, I guess it works. Frickin' Tony hasn't, you know, poisoned himself with developer vapors or anything. He's still doing his thing. You know, knock on wood. Luckily, I got no shortage of that around me, right? Wood paneling. Yeah, that's the theme of this place. that I call home. Okay, we are pretty much sitting right there at 101.9. So I think after a minute in the water bath, the dev should be up to temp. And at that point, you know, what do I really care? You guys want to know something bad though? Something bad. Look at when I mixed these chems. Oh wait, let me. 9/11. No! Anyway, that's, you know, you could take that as, wow, Nick doesn't refresh his chemicals that often, or as in, hey, funny number, you know, Larry Silverstein. What do we say? Nikon F4, cheat code, has the muscle and mechanical feel of the old world, modern features. Yeah, I've heard they're good. Some other people tell me the F3 is the one to stop at. Looks like I'm gonna have to print my own and fill them. Wait, what are you doing? 3D print my own and fill them from bulk slice and half since it doesn't need sprocket holes. Hey, all right, so you're gonna take the ball and run with it with that whole 110 thing, eh? I love it. I still have not worked up the nerve to tackle that project myself yet. Anyway, let's get this water bath in. Okay, and I like to wait until it's all the way poured in. If you don't know, I'm just pouring in normal tap water, 102 degrees Fahrenheit, and then I'm setting timer for a minute, and then I just put that into the heated water bath. Let's see, I got bad results from 4 or 5 rolls of color film. I think it was spent about 6 months old and 15 rolls or so. Well, I'm only 5 rolls in with this batch, and it's only 9/11, 10/11, 11/11. It's not even 3 months old yet, so you know, it's getting there. It's not that bad. Oof, I just fixed up my F2 and I've been loving it so far. I bet, dude, I've only had the offshoots of like, I have like the FM2. I've played with the FG a bit. I don't think I've actually ran a roll through it though. I have several of those I have to list and sell on eBay. Since I got you guys mobile, if anyone's still around after I'm done developing, I'll take you guys on a field trip to the other room to look at the bins of stuff that I have to process and list and sell on eBay. Anyway, get your votes in now. What color is this going to be? There's 1 roll of Lomo 400, and then there's 2 rolls of Fuji 400. But the Fuji 400 they make in Rochester. So get your votes in now. Let's see what color it's going to be. Okay, time to pour out the water. It's kind of green, kind of yellow, kind of gross, you know? Anyway, I'm just gonna rinse it out again. You know, I was so particular about the temperature of it, and now I'm just putting unregulated sink water in it, so what does that really say about me? Do I just love chaos? I guess so. Do you guys hate that I have all this wonky filming setup? Like right now you are sync gang. You guys are attached to the sync. Would you rather I had like a more professional setup and studio? Because that'll happen someday. Hey, see you, Juan. Thanks for hanging out, man. Okay, getting most of the tap water off. And now let's see if this dev is exhausted, because if this dev is close to death, it's gonna look all brown. Let's hope it's clear as I pour it in. Okay. Hey, that's pretty good. That's good color. That ain't bad. Look at that. I've definitely developed with dev that looks almost like the same as the Blix, so we're good. We're good. And now it's every 30 seconds. I am. By the way, in case you guys want a cheat code, get yourself the Massive Dev Chart Timer app. It's only like $5 or something like that. And they don't sponsor me. I wouldn't develop without it. It just takes care of all the thinking for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, what am I missing over here? It's going on a flight to port. Dude, Juan is always flying around, dude. He's got the life, dude. Gray, he's piss yellow after a big night out. Yeah. Sync Gang, what's up, Sync Gang? Sync Gang and Squint Squad, biatch. I missed the last one. Come on, dude, I feel like a boomer always having to touch the screen. Do you think Polaroid is going to be a thing again, or will eventually close? I mean, I don't think they're going anywhere. I just don't think they're scaled like with the way they had to like you know, come back as a new organization. I don't think they're scaled the same way that Fuji, who diversified themselves, was able to hang on and just do new things to stay afloat, you know. Curious when you pulled that expired black and white film, used an ice bath rather than just reducing the time more. It was either or, and I kind of just flipped a coin. And 2, 3, 4. At a certain point, once you reduce I was worried that at room temperature, you know, maybe the proper development time would just be like a couple of minutes or something. And I feel like below 5 minutes, developing can become uneven. So yeah, even though we're restraining it a lot with the ice, like at least it still has time to even itself out across the whole board. You know, I feel like if we pursued reduced time instead of reduced temperature, we would have ended up with blotchiness. Something like that, you know. So there you go. I kind of had an informed decision, but really I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall. The most important thing is just to change one variable at a time until you arrive at, you know, positive, usable results. Bruno A. Costello, well, you can still buy 600 films, so I'd say, apart from bigger format. Yeah, everyone misses Spectra. Nope, keep it simple, man. Just sit the camera down, do your thing. Okay, hell yes. Thank you, Slaps. But still, I'm gonna get a whole production crew, dude. I'm gonna get a big old freaking slide rig that's gonna make it look cinematic while I'm talking to you guys. And it's gonna be like, now time to pour out the Blix. And it's gonna be so epic. You guys aren't gonna be able to resist donating to the chat once I have all that gear. I mean, come on. Come on. Hey. Anyway, we're getting pretty close. Thanks for joining us, guys. Okay, we're just agitating. Like right now, you're just looking at me. You can't even see that I'm freaking doing any film stuff. So like, why are you even watching? There we go. There's the film stuff. But now you can't see my head. Hey, how you going? How you doing, guys? Hey, it's Steve Buscemi here, playing with film. How's it going? Hey, oh fuck, we're pouring this out. Good thing I got all this stuff. Okay. Good thing I realized my mistake. 2, 1. Oakley dokley. And look at that. I got bubbles of developer all over my hand. So now this is another place where Tony and I differ. At this point, Tony would rinse the film with water and then Blix it. But from what I've heard, it's pretty hard to kill your Blix. So I just go straight from Dev to the Blix. And I used to wash. I used to wash in between steps, but these days I do not. So here we go, straight to the Blix. And hit start. And this is the 8-minute, it takes 8 minutes to Blix your film. Bleach fix, gets the silver off your film, and it washes away the parts that weren't hit by a light. Bleach and fix. Okay. Sup, dudes, what did I miss? Okay, Slavi says, I'm just glad I found 600 film still fits in. Yeah, dude, but it's, you know, you're going to be overexposing it unless you turn that little dial. You can put an ND filter in there to make it work. 1, 2, 3, 4. Live DJ in the kitchen. What do you mean? Am I DJing? Who's DJing? Bing bong. Hey, Justy Boy's here, dude. How's it going, man? Got for you, wide angle or long? I love wide angle because you get to get everything in the shot without thinking about it. With a long lens, you only get a little bit in, and then you get hit with choice paralysis. 2, 3, 4. You know, I mean, I feel like I just have to train myself to see further away if I ever want to get good at using a long lens, but I don't notice something I want to shoot until it's like right next to me, you know what I mean? So that's my problem. There we go. Now we found a middle ground. I don't think I have to hunch over anymore. Yeah. What are you guys, where are we sitting at? Anybody else like flip-flopping on the focal lengths? Is anyone making the transition from wide to, you know, to long or vice versa? Any grand journeys of like maturing as a photographic person out there? Because me, I feel like I'm just doing the same thing I always do. Another question, SLR rangefinder, definitely SLR, you know, for what I like to do. Like, you know, a lot of people like to make the argument for rangefinder as in you're seeing the whole scene. You know what I mean? Like you're, you know, you have the frame lines. You're seeing beyond the frame lines. Well, you know what? You can hold up an SLR and just keep this eye open too. You know, and a lot of times I shoot an SLR without even looking through the thing. I like to be able to see my exact framing. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to guesstimate it, but a lot of times I don't even use that. I just shoot from the hip, you know? I like to be surprised. Because that's the whole point. Like, why, you know, I'm going to work so hard to make the picture perfect and carefully compose, and then once you get it, once you develop it and you scan it and you're like, oh, I'm disappointed. I'm not happy, you know? I've got an old Argus C4, and trying to focus that as quickly is in the pain in the ass. That's why zone focus, dude. That's why zone focus. I gotta say, I'm coming out with a video soon about the Olympus OM3, and I'm pretty blown away at how good autofocus is these days, guys. Pretty blown away. 2, 3, 4. I rocked the Olympus OM3 for 2 nights in Austin, Texas, you know, so low light conditions, and shooting a lot from the hip. And I think I just left it on auto with facial recognition, facial tracking on, and I was able to get a lot of sharp shots. I haven't really pixel peeped them much yet. You know, I think I went through them and starred them and rated them, but I didn't really like pick my favorites or whatever, or really like punch in. But it was very good focus. I'm like, nothing like looked like, oh wow, it missed it again. Whoa, no. But then again, you know, you have a deeper depth of field. You know, it's a pretty wide, deep depth of field with a real small micro four thirds sensor and a 12mm lens, effective, you know, equivalent of like 24 mil. So anyway, but still, I couldn't believe it. It sticks to people like glue. 1, 2, 3, 4. It was pretty fun. If you could see a film type, any kind, any format, what would it be? I want the old Polaroid 100 packs back. I don't know, you know, what is gone that, like, you know, I would really want to, yeah, I mean, I guess peel apart. I'd want to peel apart, I guess. I've never shot it. It seems cool. I'd want to play with it, but I don't think I'd want to do it all the time. I don't know, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess what I'd love to have is a, I would like to outfit my press camera with like an aerial film back, so I can load in like a frickin' 100-foot, 5-inch wide roll of film, and just have like a big magazine drum to transport it, you know, like the Master System, like the Camera Master System, but for film. So I'd just be like, I'd feel like Schwarzenegger with the minigun, but for film. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's what I'd want, you know, to be honest, because that's my dream, is to go out there and do some zone focusing street stuff with a 4x5 camera and a big honkin' flash. And I just don't have a Graphmatic back yet to load up a bunch of sheets, which is probably my next thing to do. But to have a roll film of big format would be pretty fun, you know. And you can find some aerial film 5 inches wide for 2, 3, 4. Sarah sent me a listing about it, dude, and it was like, you could, if you cut it into individual sheets from this roll of 5-inch wide film, you'd end up with 1,500 sheets if you cut it perfectly. And then it was only like $100 or something. So $100 over 1,000 sheets of 4x5, give me a break. Also, I'm starting my own film photo YouTube channel. What's up, Jake Present, dude? It's fun, man. Just, I hope you don't get burnt out. Sometimes I have to fight burnout. 2, 3, 4. What is Jake Present? Everyone go subscribe to Jake Present. In the new year, keep an eye out. It's called No Grain, No Gain. So everyone go follow No Grain, No Gain. So far, I've got a reel up, but more to come. I get my life set up together. Any recommendations? Just keep making. Don't worry about perfect. Just give yourself a time limit, because I'm the type of guy that if I don't self-impose a deadline, it's never going to be done. None of the videos would ever have you guys would have never seen any of them. Like, the first time I tried to make a video, I ended up sitting on it for years. I ended up putting it out on the channel just because I was busy traveling and I needed something to post. And that's the only time I didn't really like produce a full length episode within a 2 weeks period for YouTube. And even that is too much time, right? The last video I did, I ended up starting to actually film it and everything and putting it out there within like a couple of days. And that's why I started the video cold with, this video is kind of half-assed, so I don't blame you if you click away. But the whole, my point is, you know, it's never going to be perfect, and there's always going to be the next one. No matter how, you know, you could have the easiest to make episode ever and it go viral, and you could put your entire life into a video for months, and then it could just be crickets when you post it. You know what I mean? So just keep on make stuff every day. Put something out every day for a month. That's what I did for 3 months when I started this channel. I put out a short a day for 3 months, and they were all new, and I worked really hard on each of them, like fun camera angles filmed on an actual camera. And then I realized, wow, that's too much work to be putting into a 60-second short. And then you realize, like, you know, people are just like, you know, some of the stuff that's gotten the most views is just stuff I didn't think about. I just went off the cuff and I filmed on my phone, you know, as far as shorts. But like the same lesson can be applied to long form episodes too. You know, who are you? You're not Christopher Nolan. Like, nobody cares about your grandiose anything, you know, just make something, put it out, make it something you'd want to watch, you know, give it value to people who might decide to click on it and watch it, you know, whatever you're talking about. And make it fun, and don't take yourself too seriously, you know. Because you can't take it with you when you die, so why would you try? That's a new song I'm working on. Anyway, we're done. We're rinsing the film, and then we're gonna look at the film. Let me get you guys off the sink so you guys can see my beautiful face. Sink gang, excellent, party time. Okay, let's get you back on the tripod. Anyway, I hope that helped, Mr. Present. Your presence is my present. I feel honored that you would ask me things and tips when I'm just a dingus. That's what I was going to name this channel, Dingus Incorporated. Okay, what are we at? The infamous roles. Okay, Slavi says, the infamous roles of film every photographer has in movies because they never change the roles. Every photographer has. I don't get what you're saying, Slavi. Is it like a continuity error? I've also been trying to make a thing in YouTube for years. It's hard. My first video is from 2009. God, can you imagine, Costello, if you frickin' had stuck with it from 2009? Like, that's like only a couple years into YouTube being a thing. I wish I started when I was a kid, dude. I'm actually about to turn 19. Whoa, low 420. Dude, you're frickin' out here young, dude. You're a kid. Dude, I'm double your age. God damn. Been doing photography, he says. 2 years. I started on a mirrorless GH3, so micro four thirds sensor. Fine wide angle to lack bokeh, but who needs bokeh? You know, why are you so concerned with the out of focus portions of your picture? You know, that's what I have to say. Like, I feel like bokeh, it's a trick, it's a gimmick. You know, it's a fun thing to have, you know, for something that lends itself to it. But I feel like it's a crutch that people lean on. You know, to have a nice picture of a pretty person with a bunch of just gibberish behind them because you can't tell what it is because it's all blown out circles. So if you can make pictures that look good where there's a bunch of stuff where everything's in focus, then I think you've trained your eye good enough, and then you can go to another system with a big sensor and a long focal length and a wide aperture and then make even better pictures. You know what I mean? So I think starting off shooting wide, getting everything focused all the way stopped down, like, you know, there you go. Bob's your uncle. Just started film photography, he says, and I really searching my style. I can't stop hating on every shot I take. Hey, well, that's going to happen. The worst shots you're ever going to take are going to be your first, you know, million, you know. GTI says, loves your channel. Do you have any tips for a beginner who wants to get into film developing? You know, just get some chemicals and, you know, put it in some 2-liter bottles. Go to a thrift store, find some like glass bottles there if you want to be fancy. You don't have to get all the bells and whistles. I bought these funnels at the dollar store. You know, a developing tank should be probably the priciest thing. I don't know how much one goes for these days, but a Patterson tank, a Jobo tank, you know, just get the piecemeal and buy cheap film. As cheap as you can get it, dude. You know, I know a lot of people are charging an arm and a leg for film on expired film on eBay. So, I mean, I don't know. Just get the cheapest stuff you can get your hands on and play with it and have fun, you know. That's what it's all about. I got addicted, and I had way too much money to burn, and I wasted a lot of money on it. Thank you so much for the advice. Just need to get, yeah, keep it moving, man. Keep it moving. Everyone, you know, feel free to support everybody. Everyone go follow @nograin_no gain on Insta. What is agreed? Bokeh is overrated. F11 to F16 says Justy Boyd. You should listen to him, dude. Everyone, if you haven't seen _Alexander_just on Instagram, then you're missing out. Is anyone keeping count of how many times I've filled and emptied this thing? Usually I do it 7 times. Oh yeah, if you look him up on YouTube, you can find a guy called David Hoffman, and he's got a really cool documentary he made back in the day about famous life photographers. This stuff for, hey, that sounds fun. I've been really digging Arthur Felig, freaking Ouija. He's my inspiration. You are my inspiration. Babe, are you here? Or is that Ma walking by? Hi, Ma. Okay. Well, I think it's time we look at this film, Internet. Let's see what we got. Hopefully this has not been 30 minutes of wasted life, and we got pictures, hopefully. Let's see. Hey, I see frame lines. Okay, nice. Kind of anticlimactic. You know, I always try and ham it up on the episodes when I reveal the film, but it looks like all of these have pictures, so. Hey, what do you know? We got pictures. What do you know? Steve Buscemi here, developing film. How do you do, fellow kids? How do you do, fellow kids? I'm not Mr. Pink. Go fuck yourself. Okay. By the way, like the live stream, guys. Like the live. What are you doing? Why aren't you liking the live stream? Okay. Next up, final step, photo flow. I usually do 1 roll at a time, just to save on distilled water, because you never run out of photo flow. Even though I'm this close to running out of this bottle of photo flow, but I have a whole bottle of photo flow. This stuff makes it dry without watermarks. It's like the stuff you put on your car when you're doing car stuff. Okay, just a couple of drops. Now distilled water time. Hey babe, if you're listening, you want to come be cameraman while I reveal the rolls? I don't know if she's watching or not. Just poured a nice glass of D76, dudes. Yes, I finally admit it, dude. I admitted it in the newest episode. What did we say? Just poured a nice glass of D76. Sounds nice, dude. Delicious. I still have some D76 I should use to develop, but I just like HC110. I don't know. D76 is just kind of a bitch to mix up from powder all the time. You know, I'm fine with doing it for color when you get to reuse it. Since you go thrifting, I'm sure you cross tons of SD cards. You ever try them, get them back to folks? A little possible. I'm sure there are ways. I've never tried to get SD cards back to people, but I've saved a lot of the pictures like a weird voyeur person, like I'm Robin Williams in 1 hour photo. And then one time though, I did find at an estate sale, it was a bunch of like DV camera, like camcorders. And I ended up digitizing the tapes on there. And I ended up reaching out to the kid. It was like his 5th birthday in this video. It was a video of his 5th birthday. And I uploaded it as an unlisted video on one of my YouTube accounts. You know, not my main one, I don't think. And I sent it to him, and he was like playing ball at some college. You know, he was playing football. So he was a big old grown-up kid now, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's see. Here, let me fix your guys' angle. So you can look up at the light with me. Here's my double chin. What's up? I saw Grain Rots in here, dude. Yeah, dude, HC110, baby. It was good enough for Ansel Adams. It's good enough for you. Okay. Okie dokie. What do we got here? This looks like it's one of Sarah's rolls, because I recognize the location, and when we were there, I was shooting black and white film. So where's this? This is like a little point and shoot roll that Sarah shot. Here's some pictures from Sisterdale, Texas. Some cool stuff. It's pictures of me, looks like. Looks like it's pictures of me playing with a tripod. Oh yeah, I was taking infrared pictures at the time. Oh, we got the, Mingo, we got that picture of you and Gayla here. I thought we already, oh yeah, I forgot Sarah took one too. Let's see. See if I can make it focus on that. You see you guys standing there? I don't want to get fingerprints on it, but that's you guys. Hell yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to getting that one to you, man. Anyway, so there's roll number 1. I'm going to go take this and hang it up and then start, working on roll number 2, getting that one all washed up. Washed up just like my YouTube channel, right, guys? Hey-o. God, why is it so freaking dark in here, babe? Can I turn on the lamp? Yeah. Are you watching the thing, or are you watching like Candace Owens or something?
I'm just you though.
Huh?
Look around the thing.
Okay. I gotta go check on the puppy internet, apparently. If you guys weren't here for the earlier live stream, I just archived all the film that was living on this hanger and planning on filling it back up. Be right back. Oh my God. You guys wouldn't believe how snuggly this puppy looks right now. Too bad. That's too intimate of life details to give to the internet. But anyway, time to work, time to clean up roll number 2. Okay, well that's it for me. Thanks for checking. You should change your name to LOL420. That would be funnier. But thanks for hanging out, man. Anyway, okay. Let's do 30 seconds of agitating it in the photo flow. Even though people say don't agitate it in the photo flow, just dip it and rip it. But I've always agitated it, so that's how I'm gonna live from now on. You can't stop me, because I don't live by your rules. You can tell I'm upset about life. And where's my timer? There we go. Okay, bing bong, 15:15, start. Okay, well, I hope you guys all had a nice Thanksgiving wherever you are in the world. Even if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope it was a fun day for you. And, nothing went wrong. Peace and joy and love in this world. When I'm not drinking beer, there's nothing more I love than slamming a cold sparkling water down my throat. I tell you what. Okay, let's check it out. Roll number 2. After agitating it, I have to get the suds off, so that's why I always do this. And apparently, this stuff's bad for you. It has a biocide in it to kill anything that might be living on your film. So I'm poisoning my whole kitchen when I do that, according to many people who commented on my C41 developing video. Okay, let's see. Well, this one is from the Lomo MCA. Bwah, 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 bwah. First results from the Lomo MCA, Fuji 400. The other rolls from the MCA as well, the next one that we're going to look at. Oh, looks like we got frame spacing issues. Uh-oh. Put that down into the L column of the MCA. Look at that. What? You'd think with modern engineering it wouldn't be possible. They said it was impossible, but you've seen it right here. I'm glad I got this going. So this is going to make it into the video about the MCA now. Oof. Guys, look at that. So look at these. The frames are slightly angled. You see that? How this side of this frame is like higher up than it's not like all a straight line. They're all kind of like rotated that way. That's funky. Yeah, and look, more frame spacing issues here. So maybe it's user error. Maybe I loaded it wrong. This is the second roll. So we'll check the next roll, and if it has the same issues, then we'll know. But the exposures look nice, dense. Here's another problem we kept having with the MCA. But these are definitely user error. I took those photos. Yeah, now you guys know. Oh, we got puppies. Look at this puppy shot. That looks like it's gonna be cute. See that mouth wide open there? at that mouth wide open puppy shot. What? That's gonna be cute. I can't believe it. So you're seeing it live in the flesh. You know, how can you think this is AI? You think I'm faking these negatives? You guys are gonna see these scans, so you know it's gonna be a totally non-biased, honest review of the Lomo MCA. Look, right at the start of the roll. Right at the start of it. Frame spacing. Those are touching. Those are touching. That's a no-no. Okay. Well, you know, I hope I don't have to rip into them. Then they'll never want to send me anything ever again, you know? So I hope it gets better after this, because I kind of wanted to like the camera. I don't not like it. I'm not saying that. It's just, you know, I'm going to tell the internet all the bad things I can about it because I don't want to lose street cred. You know what I mean? I'd rather lose lomography cred than street cred. Because I'm on these streets. I'm from these streets. Do I sound hard, babe?
Yeah. So what, the spacing?
Yeah, the spacing. And just like each of the frames. So each of the frames, internet, was kind of like this. You know, well, you guys can barely see me. It's dark. But I'll show Sarah. Yeah, so instead of just being all of them aligned like this right next to each other, each one was like, yeah. So, but we're going to see, because we got another roll coming out of the tank now that'll tell us if this is a human error or if this is something that just happens with the camera. So stick around for the live stream. Donate to the chat if you want to help me recoup all the film I'm having to put through this horrible camera. Donate to the Nick Needs Some Portrait 800 fund. Donate to the Nick Wants to Buy Some Fomapan fund. Donate to the... Hey, Tony! We're looking at rolls from the Lomo MCA, Tony. So ask the boys in the chat and they'll get you caught up. But basically, we pulled out the first roll that I've seen from the camera, and there was frame spacing issues. And the frames, instead of being next to each other like this, like in a neat row, each one was kind of like a little bit tilted and inconsistent frame spacing. So I kind of like this frame. Look at that with the, you know, you guys got the plants, you guys got foreground, you got sync, you got, what more could you want than sync and plant and Nick? I mean, come on, you guys are just living the life over there. Did I miss anything else from the chat? Well, I guess I've got everybody on the edge of their seats. It is mandatory to have at least one pick of the dog on every roll. Dude, you think that's it? These are basically an entire dog rolls. What does Tony say? Okay, yeah, we already caught up with Tony. By the way, thank you so much, Soldier. Thanks for joining us, Tony. Okay, let's see. This through the process of elimination, I have deduced that this is a roll of Lomo 400 that we ran through the Lomo MCA, Lomo for Lomo. And this is actually the first roll we shot. The other one is one I just finished today. So, and look at that. We got 42 people watching. Dude, get those numbers up. Only 26 likes and 42 people watching. What is going on here? If everyone liked right now, we'd be rich with likes, and I could send likes to Africa where they have no likes. Come on. Come on. Hey, what's up, Dan? Freaking Guitar Man here. The only one who's already won a roll of the X-ray film. He's here. Well, maybe I shouldn't have outed you like that. Okay. Well, guys. So far, not good. Look. Okay. So, wide space, skinny space, big wide space, touching. I mean, come on. And then touching again. Touching. That's like a three-peat, dudes. Okay, that's not good. And they are, I don't know if you can tell how far you can read, but look at how this back corner here is lower than this top corner. You see what I mean? Like this corner is definitely closer to the sprocket hole than this one is. It's all kind of like cattywampus. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I'm not sure. We got a lot of landscapes on here. That looks like me and the dog. There's the driveway. There's me. A lot of pictures of me because Sarah loves me. So anyway, this is my first look at photos from the Lomo MCA, guys. And I mean, I'm sure the pictures are going to be great, but the frame spacing, Okay, here's the one shot. Here's the one shot I've actually done zone focusing with. I'm excited to see this one. I wanted to try and do some street stuff with it. I just haven't, you know, been inspired enough to take a lot. And as you can tell, I did this one from the hip, this one right here next to these blank spaces, which is going to be another one of the detracting points I have to say about the Lomo. As I mean, if you guys saw the last roll, there was an exact thing like that too. So frame spacing, like that. Look, they're touching again. And this is a brand new film camera, guys. What is going on here? So I don't know what happened here. Maybe we forgot. Maybe we messed with the settings, but I got it all dark here. Bad exposures. Maybe we wanted to put on the flash and we didn't. I don't know. And then frame spacing throughout is an issue. Throughout the roll, guys. Like, see, they're like touching right there. Yeah. Yeah, sorry to break the news. I mean, I wanted this to be the perfect camera, but, you know, and maybe the pictures are worth it. Who knows? But the only really thing I hate about frame spacing is it's a bitch to archive it. Because then if they're too close, you know, if say frame 6 is too close to frame 7, then I'm like, where the hell do I cut the frames? You know what I mean? And look, right at the start of the roll. Like, and maybe it's because I didn't load up enough. How many shots did I get out of it? Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, blank. Well, we'll call that 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. I guess I got 37 frames, right? Yeah, if that's one there. I got 37 spaces with 3 blank frames. 3 blank frames and 37 exposures taken, so... but the blank frames are all my fault, you know, unless you think about the whole lens cap issue. But that's for the main video. I don't want to give it all away. I'm sure you guys will want my whole thoughts on the thing. But those are the first shots from the Lomo MCA. I'm probably going to sit on these pictures until the main video comes out. I might, you know, for the homies. If anyone in LoPresti Army wants a sneak peek at the pictures, I can show you scans once I get these scanned in tomorrow. But for any of just the LoPresti besties, the schmoopy groupies, you guys are going to have to wait till the full video comes out. But if you guys want a sneak peek to see the Lomo MCA scans, be sure to donate at madebylopro.com and I'll send you guys a sneak peek. I know that's not, you know, that big of a value proposition, but just, you know, in case you're foaming at the mouth and you need to know everything you can about the Lomo MCA right away, well, that's all I ask of you. It's just a little donation. But there we go. Guys, what do you know? Frickin' 3 rolls down. I should probably, you know, develop the rest of the C41 I have to develop, but I don't think I'm going to do it on live, but I might as well. I mean, look at this. I'm famous. 45 people watching. I'm famous, guys. I appreciate you guys. Let me, I'm going to go grab a drink outside. Nothing alcoholic, though, because I'm being good and I drink too much during the holiday. And I got to pace myself so I can survive Christmas. As you can hear, the cans crashing. Okay, let me catch up with you guys a little bit over here at the desk. There we go. Okay, what am I missing? What have I missed in the chat? Bing bong. Yeah, I think I caught up with that. Dan, I'm happy that you had the best comment on it, dude, so you won. Okay. Yeah. Like, I can't help but squint. I'm Squint Squad. That's just what I do when I'm concentrating. When I concentrate, I squint. I'm like the frickin' Inuit people that are looking for a seal on the snowy plains of Alaska. I don't know. 6.7. This camera has manual film advance, so maybe it's not consistent gear spacing. Should not see that. I don't know. If you guys want a little demo just of while we're sitting here, a little ASMR. I'll hold it up to my microphone. So right now there's nothing in it. I'll show you guys. There it is. And here's what it sounds like. Did you guys hear that? And that's just it protruding the lens, taking a shot and going back. And this is what happens when you try to take a shot without advancing. It says, hey, you got to advance it. And then here's the advance.
I didn't even realize it did that.
That it shows you that?
Didn't even
Sarah doesn't look at the screen. Sarah goes screenless.
I just want my Mewtwo back.
Sarah just wants someone to make a new Mewtwo. Are the manufacturing capabilities out there today for somebody to make something like the Mewtwo with today's technology? Is that possible? There's the advance. That's what it sounds like. And then here we go. ASMR. Okay, so it's taking a long exposure, I guess. Yeah, because I'm set to F16 like an idiot. What was I going to say? I feel like the shutter reminds me of like an Olympus XA. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think I have someone just canceling an eBay order I made. And I must have miscounted, but there's still one. Okay. If you guys were on the earlier live stream, you guys would have seen that I ordered these on eBay, but apparently he's only got one of them. So I'm only getting 100 feet of expired color film, the progenitor to Vision 500T. It's Eastman EXR 500, and apparently it's been cold stored since '93. But yeah, I guess I'll go for it and just take the 100 feet of it. I'm still paying less than $1 per foot, so I guess that ain't bad. So anyway, bad news, but you know, it's okay news. Anyway, yeah, so the shutter kind of sounds like the Olympus XA. Why isn't it going? Here we go with the flash. If it will go. Hey, look at that. If you guys want to see the inside. I don't know if Lomo wants me showing this off on a live stream right now, but whatever. There's the inside. This has a hard stop here, which I kind of hate. Like I am accustomed to it going, you know, beyond 90 degrees. This feels like you'll be out there loading it, bang it against something, and next thing you know, it's going to rip off. I mean, I don't know why they would choose to do that. I don't know. I guess it's just because they didn't put the hinge back here. Maybe that's better for light sealage. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. You know, maybe I have to advance it more because I've been loading it into the little slit there and then, you know, getting away with like one turn or like a half turn. And then, you know, whatever. Hey. And yeah, Tony, I'm sure they want to know what I say about it, but I'm sure they want to know what I think and they want to know what people think and whatnot. But, you know, I'm sure that they're a business and they would also just want everyone to say, yes, go buy it now. Spend all your hard-earned money on one. One thing I would love to put it through its paces with is go somewhere and shoot some more zone focus. Like I showed you that one frame, because this is what really excited me about the camera is the zone focusing. And this reminds me of the aperture selection on an Olympus XA, except, you know, it's for the distance. And, you know, you can do the distance down here with the Olympus XA and then the aperture here. And then, anyway, so I would love to do some zone focusing with the thing, stop down to F8, F16, you know, and just make it happen. Because that's pretty discreet. Like, you could be right up on somebody and, well, if you go to manual focus. Well, why is it, if I'm on manual focus, why is it doing the little zip before I fire? That's what I don't get. I guess that's just to let you know it's ready to go. What if I do it without the flash? It still does a little zip zip. You know, that would be a nice feature. That would be a nice firmware update if they could do it. If you're doing manual focus, zone focusing, like I get why it's doing that. It waits until you actually hit the fire button to go zip with the motor and pop out and take the shot. It waits until you're half pressed to actually get to the distance here. It extrudes. Because if it just, every time you were framing something up, if it had to do that every time, you know, it would, every time you focus or whatever, it would run out of batteries quicker. But if you're manual focus and you're set to that distance here, it should just stay there and just be ready to just bet as soon as you freaking touch this thing, hair trigger. That's what I like to think about manual focus, zone focusing, is you're setting yourself up to have as little delay as possible between you starting to press this and the picture being taken. So getting rid of that little instant would be nice. Like, just like, and honestly, there's not much positive feedback from this when you go to take the picture. See, I'm giving away all the secrets before the video comes out, but these are my thoughts. So like, I feel like there needs to be some kind of mechanical actuator thing here that would like feel like a picture being taken. You can hear something mechanically happen in the camera, but there's no feedback like when you actually pressing a button, like, you know. And I guess that's the thing, like, you know, I'm used to shooting on like this A7 III, and yeah, that sounds bad. That's the focus by wire of this lens. But if I go to manual focus on this, you know, or manual, oh, I gotta have both. Okay, I can't even use that as an example right now because I don't have an SD card in it. I'm an idiot. Anyway, I should probably stop crapping all over the Lomo for this live stream. You know what I mean? Anyway, what did I miss from you guys? We're coming up on an hour over here. Talking about the XA. Yeah, I love my XA, dude. I got 3 of them. 1 broken, well, kind of just banged up in storage, and then 1 for me and 1 for Sarah. A new Pentax 6.7 would be a dream camera for everybody. I agree, that would be cool, even though I've never played with one. What's up, babe? You trying to sneak by? What's up?
I'm mad that puppy left.
Puppy left you? Puppy jumped down to the couch.
You don't want to be on the comfy bed?
Okay, what are we saying? Unpopular opinion, mirrorless cameras suck. Yeah, well, I don't know. I think they work fine, but as soon as you look through the EVF, then they suck, you know? If you're going to shoot zone focusing, who cares, you know? If you're going to shoot, you know, like from the hip zone focusing, yeah. Or just get a mirrorless camera and put an optical viewfinder up there. Problem solved, you know what I mean? Plus, Alexander, you shoot Leicas. Those don't have mirrors in them. So, come on. Come on. Anyway, I don't know. Babe, should I develop the rest of my color film? It's only 7:13. I don't know how long my battery's going to hold out. I might have to plug myself. No, I'm at 69%. Nice. Okay. Yeah.
What do you have?
This is all old found stuff.
Anything of mine.
Would you like? I can do your 1 roll of Hasselblad.
No, because I just need a finish out of a roll.
And then do them both at the same time, right? Okay. I guess we're going to wait on Sarah's Hasselblad shots. Rangefinders have mirrors inside the range. Okay, well, what? Come on. You didn't have to get so freaking technical about it, dude. Okay, well, let's see if I can save these cans to reuse. I was only able to rescue 1 of the cans from the last set. The other 2 I had to crack open. This is some Max 800. I forget what I found this in. One of these rolls I found in the Nikon F5, which, you know, apparently you can just rewind manually, which is cool that it has that, because it was broken and there was no way I was going to finish that, you know, that roll in there. And yes, Alexander, you are the #1 ship poster. So what's your #1 fact about the Aquamatic Sea Gazer, the vintage Aqua Gazer Sea Matic? Hey, look at this. It kind of worked there. Where's my... I saw the tip sticking out and I went in there with my... Guys, by the way, if you like getting rid of corrosion on old cameras, keep an eye out at estate sales for little vintage dentist picks, dude. Like, I found these. They're sharp as heck, dude. And it's good for getting in tight places. And, you know, I probably need it for my dead tooth. Anyway, there's 1 down, 2 to go. And if you don't know why I'm not just cracking them open, it's because I like to reuse these. So that's what we're doing. World's biggest ship post. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I shot a roll of Arista EDU Ultra 400 black and white. It's aluminum film canisters. Don't you love those things? Yeah, dude. I love my old aluminum thing. And Lomo, they sent me some film with that. They actually, I guess, still make aluminum canisters, which is pretty cool for a New company to be keeping up that old tradition, you know? Pretty neat. You know, so it's not like I hate everything about Lomo. I don't hate anything about Lomo. God damn it. Lomo's been very good to me. So far, they've sent me 3 rolls of film for free, and they're letting me play with this brand new camera. So I'm very grateful. I'm very blessed to be in a position to be able to talk about these cameras and films with you guys. There we go. Look at that. Having good luck over here. There's 2. I bet you I'm getting no pictures. Look at this one. I got a Mexican film. Spanish. Película. Film de color. Color film. Supreme. I think this is, I don't know, película. Maybe I'm wrong. Supreme color. But this just makes me think of a guy at a football match going, goal! You know what I mean? So, I don't know. We'll see what's on it. Anyway, getting ready for round 2, guys. Thanks for sticking with me. Marathon session. Got to listen to it.
You have 3?
Yeah, I got 3 found rolls just here on my desk, living here, that I've just been holding on to, waiting for the time to get back to doing color. I also have a roll of 500T in my Olympus 1N, which I haven't finished yet, though. I was originally, so when I started going to do the Olympus ON3 video in Austin, Texas, where I, you know, was going to shoot street, I wanted to do a head-to-head with the 1N versus the ON3, but it just kind of didn't make sense. I feel like, you know, the only comparable thing is like the cosmetic shape of them, you know? I don't think there's really anything to compare other than, look, this one kind of looks like that one. So, but I did end up shooting like, I don't know, half a roll maybe on the OM1N. 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 I don't know if I'm going to be able to get into this one. I would love to save the pellicula can. Wish me luck. You guys think I got it this time? Let's see. Now, if Raph was here, he'd tell me, Nick, why don't you have that other film picker that I told you to get? I did it. Oh my God. I'm the best. Okay, and then afterwards, what? I'm not allowed to be happy?
I'm the best. I'm Nicholas. I'm the best.
I'm allowed to be pleased with myself. I don't know if you guys can hear Sarah, but she's making fun of me calling myself the best. Okay, here we go. Now, roll number 2. Around the corners on those things. Look how curly these ones are, though. Look at that. Oh, tomorrow, guess what? New film people coming out. Biggest problem with the Sea Gazer is the chief engineer, Lee Keebum, has too big of a head and put his ego above everything else. Oh, I had no idea. No, you're only allowed to make us your viewers happy. Okay, I'm not allowed to be happy. Sorry, Brock. Don't worry, dude. Something's coming in the mail for you, Brock. Making you happy. It's my #1 priority. Whatever LoPresti Army wants, LoPresti Army gets. By the way, if anyone has any votes on who should be the next FilmTubers exposed victim, target, whatever, vote in the comments below or chat, whatever you want to call it. Sarah wants me to do Sweet Lou photography. I just got to pick an episode of his that I disagree with. And then, what was that banger pick behind me? What's the banger pick? The cafe? You talking about that? Sarah took that shot, so don't.
We went all the way to Roy's.
We went all the way to Roy's, to the famous Roy's, you know, cafe, and Sarah took a picture of the cafe instead of Roy, and you know, I think it's much better than the Roy's sign could ever be. Everyone's excited about the new wide lux, dude. I would love to play with one, but I don't think Jeff Bridges is gonna ever know who I am. So, unless I do a reel wearing this and be like, I'm the dude. You're not the dude. I'm the dude. Give me a camera, dude. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll workshop it. Okay, and also, yes, new film people coming out tomorrow. It's actually the last one I have filmed and edited together, so I got to work on more if I want to, you know, make this last through the rest of the year. Sarah says it's the best one, so guess what film stock it's going to be? The new one that's coming out tomorrow. And sorry I've been posting them just once a week, but it's helped me stretch it out, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's clean up a bit out here before we do round 2. Because I got to use my triple can again, and it's the only one I got, so I got to dry it off. Okay. You know, so let me know. Who do you guys want to see? Who do you guys think it's going to be tomorrow? You know, so far this season has been Film Ferranias, Kodachrome, who else? Portrait 800. Who else did I do this year? Guessing the new Kodacolor film, says Dan C71. I feel like I'm missing. Oh yeah, and the Lucky film, dude. I got a lot of people calling me racist about the Lucky film one. If you guys missed that one, be sure to check that one out. You know, that's the one that got Xi Jinping's attention. What did Alex say? If Brisson could wait for the decisive moment, you can wait for the right baddie. Stay patient, King. Aw. Aw. What a sweet thing to say, dude. I love how my homies are all boys support boys up in here. What was Slaps even talking about? Did I miss what Slaps said? Slaps evil here? Anyway. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, man. Okay, what did anyone excited? Yeah, okay, we already talked about that. We're all caught up, guys. See, I'm a very attentive host. Your glorious leader pays attention to the chat, you know? I'm sorry, I don't really think about myself as glorious leader. Any good labs in Canada? Dude, I don't know any good labs anywhere because I develop all my own stuff. So I don't know what a good lab is. You know, I do have a $50 off voucher for the Darkroom lab, which I'm thinking about doing a giveaway with, but I would have to find it first. I don't know what I did with it. I won it at the at a raffle during the Brock, everybody asked about this shirt. I'm gonna be putting these on sale soon. I did not design this one. We bought this one elsewhere, but you know what? I can't find that listing anymore, so I'm gonna start making these and selling them. What am I doing? I'm cleaning up some stuff, and then I'm gonna develop more film. I already developed 3 rolls of film, and we're gonna develop 3 more because I'm a glutton for punishment. I guess I should go ahead and get some water heating up for the water bath. Tony always tells me, Nick, why do you do this to yourself doing 2 rounds? You should just do 1. I feel like I'm pretty jazzed right now, though. If you guys want to make sure I get through this next round of developing, donate to madebylopro.com. Join LoPresti Army. Guys, you get your name shouted out in the videos, just like Anthony's of expired film. You get just like Spencer, just like Juan and Brock and Hill, and Gabriel, and all the other and Slavi, and all the other new guys. So come on, join this. It's an amazing thing, amazing community. We also do photo critiques, which I think I have to limit to the LoPresti Army members because I only have so much time to talk and do things. Because if I spend too much time talking to you guys, then I don't have enough time making videos. And then why you guys want to even talk to me if all I do is talk to you? You know what I mean? Anyway, this is where I keep all my film stuff in here. So that's going to dry in there. And I got to get some new reels out of here. Which is kind of a mess in here right now. So you guys are going to stay down with the Patterson reels for a sec while I grab some more Patterson reels. Here's the one I made for 110. Okay, so we got 2 fresh reels. And the reason I'm grabbing new ones is because when the old ones are still kind of wet, even after you dry them, it's kind of a bitch to put film back on them. So that's why I do that. And then one more out of here. This is my famous one, the Let's Get Loaded, you know. Yeah, it's hard to get your roll in her when she's wet, man. Whoa, this is a family channel. How dare you? 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 Okay. Do you think I've, said enough about my opinions about the world? Anyway, I got to reuse this thing too, because this is the only 3 reel long one I have. This is the only one I have that's that length, guys. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Okay, let's go get geared up and gassed out, I guess. So thanks for joining us. We're about to go roll up more film. Gallery by Gala says, I'm a family man with a toddler. Little families get made so. Hey, that's an outlook I can get behind. Okay, let's go to the film rolling station, I guess. What do you guys think of Squint Squad Chin View? I love a worm's eye view. I feel so good to have so many people looking up to me right now. This is the POV. This is when this is what Nick's Patterson tank sees on the way to roll him up. Roll him on out, doggy. Oh, my dog. Speaking of dogs, this one's been farting, dude. Ugh. Yeah, it smells like dog farts over here. Jesus.
Been out.
He's tooting though. Tooting like Rasputin. Okay. Here we go. I'm getting all set up over here, getting situated. What am I missing on the chat? Saying hey to Tony, should do full episode of Film for People, day in the life. Ooh, that would take a lot of scripting. Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive are making a what are we talking about? We talking about new cars that I know nothing about? I could have gotten behind, if only my ex-wife could have gotten behind it. I'm sorry for you, man. Wait, pause, not like that. That's true, and the most crucial step to creating a happy family is to become a member of LoPresti Army. Listen to Brock, dude. Brock knows what he's talking about. Okay, thank you, Brock. You rock. And hopefully St. Nick, treats you right. I mean, if I have anything to say about it. Anyway, okay, let's get in here. So, it's going to look like I'm just playing with my hands in a bag, and that's pretty much all it is. If you guys want to know about what's going on in here and you haven't seen it, go watch my episode all about how to develop C41 film at home. This step is just getting the film onto the reels, and it's the same for black and white or color. So if you want to know what I'm doing here, I'm putting everything into this bag that lets... Here, can I get more light on me? I'm kind of at a bad angle. It was scary for me at first. You guys want to hear something funny? When I started, I had Sarah do all the dark bagging for me when I started doing film. I was the developer person, and she was the dark bag person. I did all the chemical stuff, and she did all the magic in the bag stuff. And then one day, when Sarah was at work or something, and I had a bunch of film I wanted to develop, I was like, I'm not waiting around for some woman to do it for me. And that is how progress happens, guys. Next thing you know, I'm a YouTuber. So, it's a man's world. How does that song go? It's like, we drive the cars that carry a heavy load. Something like that. But it would mean nothing without a woman or a girl. Yeah, that's a good song. God, freaking James Brown, guys. Hell yeah. Is there ever a better showman than James Brown? And that's my good foot. Ah! I can't scream like him, dude. Nobody can. The Dank Way is back, dude. How's it going, man? Dan, sorry, guys. I can't click on the chat. I don't know if you guys have... Yeah, what did Dan just say?
He said I got some extra rolls from the local place to practice with. LOL, I told them my predicament, and they said make these and practice with these. Pretty cool of them. Best way to do it.
Were they like dummy rolls, like already messed up, exposed and whatnot? Because yeah, after messing up one roll, that's the good thing. Once you mess up once and you have just a dummy length of film, it's easy to practice on. You can just not look at it. I should honestly do that more with the metal canisters, because they can be even faster to load if you know what you're doing. And I think you waste less chemistry with them. But the metal canisters are way slower to pour in and out of. The plastic ones just have so much more airflow. You know what I mean? So, well, there you go, dude. That's cool of your lab to do that, man. Or local place, whatever it is. Okay, so we got one already up on the reel. Snipping now. HR from Bad Brains, better showman. From Bad Brain, better showman than James Brown? Oh, I guess I gotta look this up. HR from...
I haven't listened to Bad Brains in years.
What is Bad Brains? Huh? Yeah, but what kind? Yeah, great. Okay, well, I don't know. I'm guessing it's ska, if Sarah listens to it. Am I right? No, is it punk stuff? I don't know. DC Punk Legends. Hey, I called it. There we go. Yeah, see, guys, I don't know everything. I know, a bunch of classic rock and stuff like that, and some funk. But, I don't know. I don't know that much new stuff either, so. DC Punk Rock. Okay, I'm going to have to check it out, guys. They were from high school time? That's when you listened to them? Okay. Well, see, all this is coming together. LoPresti Army is learning so much right now about musical tastes. Mingo's got some crazy music taste, dude. So we can tell that the film isn't pressing against each other once loaded onto the reel. I mean, with these plastic ones, I mean, if it ratcheted it on smoothly, like, you're pretty much guaranteed that it, is all spaced out and it's fine. With the metal ones, that's what kept me from keeping to use the metal ones, is because you can mess up and not even know it, and because you can only feel the outside of the metal, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard to tell. Sorry, I'm missing some of those. What do you think about David Lynch movies, dude? What was the name of that one we tried to watch, babe?
We haven't watched a movie of his in so long.
We tried to put one on, like, not too long ago.
No.
Yes. We only got to the intro or something. Anyway, it was like there was people in bunny masks at the start of it. And some lady, like, came and knocked on someone else's door. Anyway, I don't know. David Lynch, weird as heck, dude.
So someone said before that you didn't read, is there a way you can tell that oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Do you pull it out with the retriever first or open it in the bag? You can start loading it onto the reel in the light if you take the leader out first.
I take the leader out first with a leader retriever and I snip it, but I don't put it onto the roll until I'm in the bag, because I feel like it's just as easy to do without looking at it from the feel of it. As long as you got the corners trimmed and everything, works fine for me. That's Rabbits? Is that the name of it? I don't know.
I don't remember this at all.
We definitely started a David Lynch movie not too long ago. We didn't get very far. It was kind of weird vibe. Twin Peaks, yeah, Twin Peaks was a lot of fun, but I don't know. David Lynch is kind of weird, and the one thing that always weirded me out about him is one time there was an art book of his artwork at the Vero Beach Library back when I lived there, and I just picked it up off the shelf. I was looking at art books, and I opened it up to this one spread, and it was pretty weird stuff. So I don't know, like anyone who would have drawn that, I'm kind of like, whoa, okay, yeah, you're an artist, good for you. I don't know. So this one's giving me kind of trouble getting started.
He did show, like, his house was for sale or something not too long ago, and it was the coolest house, though.
Yeah, he had kind of a compound, David Lynch, who recently passed, and like they're trying to sell his place, and apparently he stipulated that it must go to an artist, and like what kind of artist is going to be able to afford his place? It'd have to be some highfalutin freaking artist, you know what I mean? But he had he would screen movies there and stuff, they'd watch dailies, I guess, there sometimes. I don't know all the terminology, but I'm sure it was sick, dude. They sold a lot of his stuff during his, auctions and estate sales and stuff after he passed. You imagine being someone who bought his mocha pot or, his cigar cutter. Like, I have David Lynch's cigar cutter. Hey, that's art. What's up? How's it going, Ram? And yes, God bless gas, Brock. Freaking, is there any more gas than wanting to own David Lynch's home? So.
All right, can I go back to the news?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm from Brazil, and some materials are kind of expensive to find here. Are there any alternatives for C41 that last longer?
What for you talk? The guy from Brazil talking about alternatives for C41 materials. Are you talking about the chemicals, the developing chemicals? I mean, I don't really know. I think it just depends on who you got in your local economy to supply that stuff. Because I know it's kind of like a limited world. Even here in America, like we got, you know, Unicolor, Cinestill. There's Kodak kits, which I don't think are really sold by Kodak. I think it's Sino-Promise or something like that. There's some Rolly kits. I know, but it's just not like a million different choices even for us, you know. So I don't know. That's I have started talking to ChatGPT about what chemicals I would need, and referencing that with links to old faux trio forums to make sure it's not leading me down the wrong path. And then trying to figure out how I would source my own raw chemicals. So if I ever end up in my own place where I can have my own darkroom, I would have my own lab and mix up my own stuff from the base components, you know, the raw chemicals. So that's my dream. One day to have one of those hot plate stirrer things with like a big old Pyrex gallon jug on there, making up a big batch of C41. That's my dream. And
and within 2 hours there was more than enough to get her back in deposit. Rude.
dang, what happened? What happened to Brock?
He's saying that his mom's bank account got hacked.
Dang, dude. Hey, Brock, I'm sorry for all the freaking trouble, dude. I hope, you know, I hope you guys can get, you know, recouped. I hope freaking, if it was all a hack, dude. I mean, gee, god dang, dude. That's scary as hell. Scary as freaking hell, dude. You know, I'm glad you were able to get her back, you know, into the black on that, but still, that's spooky.
Green Rock Live at CBGB was the best Bad Brands concert. Says, Nico, hello, per Italiano.
Barely any. I can say buongiorno. I can say, I don't know, but buon Natale. And I say, io sono un ragazzo. I don't know. I can't say much, dude. I've been doing Duolingo for a long time, and I don't know. I think the only way to really learn it is to immerse yourself, and I just haven't had the guts to do that. So here I am, telling a bird to tell me how to say. I don't know. I can't even think of anything to say. Buonasera. Buonanotte. Who's leaving? Slavi. Thanks so much, dude. I appreciate you hanging for so long, man. Okay, well, as you guys can tell, I've got...
Ramses died, and he's still in bed.
Ramses, what did you go shoot too long late last night? You stay out late? You always do, dude. You're like, I'll come out till like 11. I'll swing through. I'll do a lap. Next thing you know, you're freaking out there till 3. Everyone slam a sparkling water for Ram to make him feel better. Let's all shotgun some freaking soda water over here. Cause I got no more beer, cause I drink all my beer and I'm sad about that. You guys want to see something cute? There's the puppy. Okay, well, thank you so much, babe. I'm gonna go finish this off. Okay, I'll try and catch up with everybody. God, thank you guys so much for freaking, you know, interacting, making this a fun, engaging live stream. I guess I'll try and get you guys back on the sync before I get going. We're gonna have to take temperatures and whatnot. Okay. So what do we got over here? Oh my God, that's a Puppy cam, yeah. Drinking with, dude, I'm jealous. Freaking Mingo, I've been having quite a bit lately. Holidays. Puppy's name is Walker. The Lone Star is in my belly last night. So, do you know anything about the Canon QL Pelix? No idea. Canon QL sounds familiar, but that's about it. I do, as well as the chemicals are easy to find, and temperature is very easy to get that right. I only wish C41s were easier to find and put together. Yeah, D76 people can mix up from scratch. I would love to, you know, be able to make my own C41. I feel like if I could just get all the components in a big enough mass, it should be easy, right? So it worked great. Gas for Monster was too lazy to post anything for sale. Hey, well, Brock, I'm glad, you know, you ended up in the black, man. I'm happy for you. Anyway, got some good videos breaking down developing chemicals. Does Alex Lusick have anything about C41 homemade stuff? Prolong your color, keep oxygen out in dark spaces. Yeah, dude, everyone's got so many good, everyone knows everything, dude, here. I'm just the dingus doing online stuff, dude. What do I know? Okay, let's get you guys back on the sync. Oh. Sorry. Here we go. I'm getting you guys there. Sync time, sync gang. Hey Nick, wanted to say you're my favorite film photography YouTuber and I've rewatched your videos dozens of times. Now I often use them too for reference, too for my own experiment. Hey, well dude, thank you so much. Oh my God, I'm breaking everything out here, guys. Appreciate it, man. 50-liter kit from Cinestill Kodak, putting the concentration in wine bags. Hey, that sounds like a good idea, dude. So is Cinestill the actual person making those Kodak big liter kits? And what if I just put them in other containers and use that, you know, lighter gas, butane gas to, like, you know, keep oxygen off of them? Well, that's all good. By the way, if you guys didn't know, Alex Lusick has a podcast. I did an episode with him a while back, I think earlier in the year. Fun time. He was real fun to talk to. Okay, I got you guys all set up on the sync, and now I got to take temperatures. Right now, I'm at 8 rolls total on these chems, and I'm probably just going to keep it the same, even though I'm about to do my 9th, 10th, and 11th. You know, might as well just push it a little farther. Okay, let me do that math real quick. So 11 minus 8 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. So I thought it's 1.06 times 3.5 is 3.71. So that would be 0.71 times 60 is 42. So 3 minutes and 42 seconds. So let me just update my times on my chart here. Wait, what did I get to? 3 minutes and how long? 42 seconds. I can round up to 43 because it's 42.6. So 3 minutes, 43 seconds. Save, and let me do this. So after we're done with this, it'll be the 11th roll has been processed. So save, because we were at 5, then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, but these are 24. Yeah, I'm doing C41. What are we at? These 2-liter bottles, I squeeze the air out, store my C41. Yeah, that's a good idea. I remember one time I used to just squeeze my bottles of soda to put them back in the fridge, and some friend was like, "Whoa, that's smart. That keeps them all fresh, right?" And I was just like, "No, I'm kind of just lazy." So I just squeezed my bottles, putting them in the fridge. Okay, we're gonna see what the water bath's up to, and then we'll check the dev after that. 101.7.9. Oh, we've actually gone over. What is going on here? We're too hot, guys. Coming in hot. Blunt, 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 blunt. Coming in hot. Blunt, 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 blunt. Coming in hot. 103.8. Okay, let's check the dev. 102.6. 102.7. Welcome to 102.7 Nick FM. Okay. Well, I hate coming in over because I feel like you can always like, guess I'll put this one over here, lower the temperature down to 102. I usually keep my sous vide, this thing, set like a degree higher just because it seems to get it there, but now it's got me 0.7 degrees too high over here and over like it's like 103 something with the water bath, which I don't care about too much because it's going to, you know, kind of equalize when I get poured into the cold tank. No, I'm not pushing C41 Brock. I'm compensating. Once I reach 8 rolls, once I get past 8 rolls developed, then I just extend development times. I talk about how I calculate my development times at the end of my C41 development video, and which I've gone up to like 28 rolls of film before. That's like as far as I'll push it. I don't really go past 30 rolls of film. If Steve Buscemi was a film photographer, what camera would he shoot? Hey, he'd probably beat up Jeff Bridges and take his wide lux and his wife. Hey, hello, fellow kids. I don't know. Is that a good Buscemi impression? All I can do is like, hello, fellow kids. Oh, you kidding me? Hey, I don't tip. Why do you tip? Anyway, yeah. The dev will cool down quite a bit once it's poured into the tank. Okay, so you guys are just saying I should just let it rip? Pro tip, the C41 developer and their 2.5 is just the replenisher sold in. Dude, okay, so I've never wrapped my head around what I need if I was going to get a legit C41 system, like replenishers. There's starters, there's replenishers, and then there's just the thing. So I don't get how it all works. I feel like I need a flow chart and somebody to point me into the direction of everything I'd need to buy. And then do you do it one shot if you're going to keep reusing it and then replenishing it? How does it work? One of these days I'll figure it out. But for now, I'm just a poor boy shooting my Cinestill kits. Okay, we're just going to go for it. Done. Water bath. Okay, so this is all old expired Kodak film. So there was Max 800, Max 400, and then the other one was like a rebranded Kodak thing. I think a 200. I don't know. So vote in the comments below. What color do you think this old expired film is going to be when I pour out the water? Is it going to be pink? Is it going to be yellow? Is it going to be green? Is it going to be purple? What do you guys think? So right now we're just doing the minute-long water bath. The dev will cool down quite a bit. Okay, you already got that. 2 months, but after 2 Cinestill kits, sudden deaths, I use water unicolor. I've been thinking of switching to unicolor, dude. Yeah, Mr. Pink. Hey, what are you doing? I'm Mr. Pink. Goes down about a degree instantly in my experience. Measure in the tank if you want to confirm. Purple, definitely purple. Everyone says purple. Well, it's time to find out, guys. Here we go. Here, why don't I do this? I'll go that way. There we go. Now I can see what you guys are looking at. Okay, here we go. Yeah, just kind of like gross looking. Look at this. Just kind of like light green, yellowy. I don't know. We'll pour it out again, see if we get something else. Kool-Aid. If you have watered down Kool-Aid, add a little bit from the packet and more sugar. Tastes better and didn't have to pour the entire jug out. Dev replenished in a nutshell. Yeah, I mean, I get that, but then how do I scientifically know how much to use? I mean, I get that that's how it works, but what is starter then? What is starter, Brock? See, guys, I'm not the smartest. I just make fun videos. Okay, it's kind of pouring out clear now. I think we're good to go. All you need is the dev replenisher, bleach replenisher, and fixer. If you get the Kodak kit, starters aren't needed as far as I know. Definitely saves money if you keep the chems safe. Okay, well, what is a starter? I kind of just want to know what it is, what I am foregoing the buying of. what I am like, I'm too cool for a starter. Because I already have a sourdough starter, dudes. I don't need a developer starter. I've already started developing. Get this shit out of here. Ugh. I'm the developing finisher, not the developing starter. They call me the finisher. I am the finisher. Okay. I'm sorry for all the bull crap. Here we go. I kind of waited until I was halfway poured in because I don't want to extra develop this stuff since it's expired, which is probably just going to fog the film. So what the hell? Yeah, I'm not that smart about things, you know. Let's get you guys a little more see if no. Now I don't want to have to hunch. You know, if you can see the bottom of the tank, then it's good. There we go. That's perfect. Now we can chill, guys. Okay, every 30 seconds I'm doing my twiddle stick. 1, 2, 3, 4. The patented LoPresti system. These starters are for lab machines. Okay, I get you. Probably isn't even worth buying for that, but for me, the development is the best part of the whole process. I mean, I like the scanning. I like looking at the pictures. Max, any guesses on how much time stored in a 2-liter sealed bottle? Oh, guys, I don't know, man. Sarah said she would have guessed magenta. Well, we were all wrong. It ended up being like, you know, green piss. 2, 3, 4. I don't know. One day, guys, I would love to have a Jobo CP2 lift or CP3, whatever. Or maybe even one of them Jobo ATL 2020 totally automated things. Have all that, you know. Total cool rotary machine. Mix up all my own chemicals from the base components. You know, I'll hire Brock as the main technician of the chemical division of LoPresti Productions. 2, 3, 4, and you know, we're going to bring back the K22 process. Printing is the best part of the process. See, everyone's got their own opinion. I like the shooting. I like the shooting and the seeing of the picture, you know, and I guess seeing it printed would probably be fun. Processing storefront, you can have a lab. Yeah, you know what? I guess I have to, guys, but you know, am I going to live in the upstairs? I kind of want a house before I do anything else. 3. And I don't think there's enough of a freaking demand for it here in rural Texas. I know people ship off their film, but maybe one day, you know, if I can afford to pay people a living wage to run machines and mix chemicals and I get to just develop all my stuff for free, then, you know, you'd never see me again. That's all I would do. I would be out shooting film and cutting checks to LoPresti Productions employees. 1, 2, 3, 4, and raking in that development money, dude. I'd retire to freaking Mumbai or something. I don't know. Is Mumbai in India? I don't even know. I was just thinking of a weird place to say. Open your. Oh yeah, okay. I'm already all caught up. But guys, thanks for so much for chilling. We're almost done with the development cycle. Then we're gonna blix this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to see if I got any pictures from these old found rolls. I don't think I shot any of these pictures. I think they're all just, I mean, maybe I shot some at the tail end of them, but I think I found them all in random cameras that I've thrifted. Rural Texas darkroom, but I'm sure there's tons of darkroom labs in Austin and San Antonio. I know there's one in San Marcos, and there's like Prism film labs in like the Dallas area. 3, 4. So it's like I'm already surrounded with people with dip and dunk tanks and systems that would outshine anything I could get up off the ground. I would have to keep costs low. Like, it just feels like there's not enough meat on the bone for someone to come in as a disruptor when there's so many people that are hipsters with daddy's trust fund money that have already opened up operations in my state. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's just my thoughts on the matter. Anyway, we're rinsing now. Welcome to the sink gang. How's it going, gang? Wait, why am I even rinsing? I usually don't rinse after the development. See, Tony has gotten under my skin over here. Now I'm rinsing it after the friggin' blix. Oh, I'm an idiot. I mean, after the dev. I usually don't rinse after the dev. But there we go. I rinse between every step when doing black and white, but usually not with color. let's see if it makes a difference. But you know, there's going to be the X factor of this being expired found film. So let's get the Blix in there. Pouring it in. You guys can't see what I'm doing because I didn't frame up the camera good. My developing timer phone, my spare phone, my second secret phone that I keep secret from Sarah is on 15% battery. So I'm gonna have to be, I hope I can get all the way through this. I'll set up a secondary timer if I have to. I don't know what I'll do. I don't really keep secrets from Sarah, guys. It was just a funny, that was a haha moment. Like a funny, look at Nick being silly kind of thing to say, you know. Anyway, here we are. 2, 3, 4, and Blix is in. It's been agitated once. So think about it, like rusting as much metal as possible with a gallon of water. If you do it in large chunks at a time, you get more bang for the buck. For the bunk. That's bunk. That's bubkiss. California seems to have a lab every other corner over there. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I get it, Brock. I think I get what you're trying to say, just like a metaphor for batch developing, you know. Yeah, I've definitely that's why I haven't developed any C41 in a while. I just so happen to have a good joint sitting on my desk waiting to get processed. But the chems were already mixed up forever ago, and last time I only did 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're like already 3 months old, and 11 rolls in now. My area of Southern California used to, but a lot of them, but they closed up now. The closest one to me is about 30 minutes drive north. Well, you know, there's definitely a 30-minute desert around me. Like I don't know if there's a lab in San Antonio. You'd think there would be. I know there's one in San Marcos, which is pretty close. So 2, 3, 4, but that's like over an hour away, like an hour and a half or something, maybe 2. So yeah, but again, we're in rural areas, so I don't think there's a big demand for it around me. What are we talking about now? Mingo says, I like to develop my own so I can have full control of what in a particular role will increase the contrast role. Goes flat line. Hey man, I don't get that in depth. I just do it. The only way I control how it's gonna look is if I push it or pull it when it's black and white, you know, and then that's, you know, I'm making that choice when I'm shooting it that I'm gonna process it a certain way to compensate for that, you know. Oh, look at you.
All right, charger?
Yeah.
This one's mine. So.
Oh, well, you didn't. Sorry. Thank you. I appreciate it. Sarah saved the day. She's making sure my secret phone that I keep secret from her is charged up so I don't have to run out of juice. 2, 3, 4. And that'll just make sure I can keep track of how much longer I have left of the Blix. Guimoza, thanks for the explanation. I might have to freeze them until I have 20 of them and develop them all at once. Hey, that's always fun, dude. Fun way to, you know, I was getting geared up to develop, but I had other stuff to do. So I was like, it took me all day to get ready to do C41, but usually I can, you know, it's also because I'm live streaming while doing it too. And I live streamed while archiving film earlier today. So I've just been dicking around pretty much. Over Blixing, you're just removing the silver, exposed development, underexposed. I can't really over Blix if the kit says 6 minutes. It's according to light. You mark your rolls according to light. What does that mean, Mingo? Like, what kind of, like, I shot this one in daylight. I shot this one in golden hour. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brock says, do 7. It's K. Every kiss begins with Brock. I just made about 30 black and white prints for Xmas print. I haven't had color yet, but once I get more reps in black, dude, that's awesome, dude. I would love to have a darkroom. Then Christmas would be figured out every year. So right now I got to hustle to figure out what I'm going to do for Christmas, dude. Dang. Do I make color prints? Dude, I do not print at all. I don't print my work because I'm an idiot. All I do is scan it and put it on Instagram or in my YouTube videos. 2, 3, 4. Because I don't have a dark room. That's the dream, though. I have over half a dozen enlargers in storage units and in the garage, and I have all the other gear I need. I just need the place to set it all up with a sink. Flat light, high contrast, low light. Look at you, man. I don't have 24 rolls to develop. How long can you keep those chemicals before they go bad? Everyone keeps asking that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm probably not the man to answer that because I usually, you know, don't even bother mixing it up until like right now I'm 11 rolls in, 3 months in. These are going to be my 9th, 10th, and 11th rolls out of this batch, and I mixed it up in September and did like 5 rolls back then and haven't touched it again until today. And so far the negs looked okay to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. They could be a little funky. I don't know. They might be a little dark. But you would think they would be thin if the developer was going bad. Usually Blix is like, you know, indestructible. Blix will outlast, like if you mix up Blix and Dev at the same time, everything I've heard says that Blix will outlast Dev. So, yeah. Yeah, guys, freaking, by the way, yeah, check out Grain Rot's Insta, dude. He's out there killing it in Austin. He's been traveling, just had a show of work he did in New York. I got to go see it. I got the zine, and friggin' he's killing it. Him and Gala, total inspiration. If Ram's still here, you got to check out his work too. I did a whole podcast interviewing Ram. He's a super renaissance man. Freaking just creative all around. I know it's not styled, it's greasy right now, but he gave me this haircut. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I've even washed it this week, so it's my bad, dude. Here, I'll put the hat back on. I'm sorry, I'll put the hat back on. It looks good though. I still have to post that story, dude. My bad. He made me look good, dude. It's been a while since I've had a good freaking haircut, but it was cold today, so now I got hat hair. Okay, we got a couple more agitations left, and then we finally get to rinse and look at our work. 2, 3, 4. What are we missing over here? I have so many bags of Blix left up, dude. I just pour them all into jugs, dude. I have so many like I have a new pile of retained waste chemical stuff that, and like last time I poured out a bunch of HC110. I poured it on what I thought was my other HC110, but turns out it was waste fryer oil. So now it's like split. It's oil on the bottom, I think, and HC110 on top. 2, 3, 4. So I don't know how how am I gonna reclaim anything out of that? Not like you would get it out of the fixer. So whatever. What am I even talking about? Anyway, Blix going back in the bottle in 12 seconds, 11 seconds, 9 seconds, you know, whatever. Countdown. T minus Nick phototism. 6, 4, 7, 8, 9. But 1. Numbers. There we go. Photo time has done it again. Okay. Let's rinse this stuff. Let's see if I can get this set up in a nice angle over here without having to put you guys on the other thing. There we go. That's fine. I like that. It's beautiful. Okay, I'm going to do this 7 times. Fill it up and empty it. What am I missing? I turned my dark and scary boiler room into a dark room. Nice, dude. Using a caterer's ice table that drains into a 5-gallon water jug. Dude, that's sick, man. I'm jealous. And I know, you know, I could set something up here, but, you know, it's not my house. I'm still living at my mom's house, so we'll make it happen eventually, guys. We'll do it. We're going to do this dang thing. Yeah. That's 2. So yeah, filling it up and emptying it 7 times because I like that number, and I think that's what it says on the CS41 instruction manual, pamphlet, paper. About to test the same C41 chemical I mixed with code from a couple or 6 months ago. Well, Brock, dude, you were only 1 color away, right, dude? Freaking, you must be getting close now. That was 3, I think. So, got to do number 4. Yeah, Brock's a genius, guys. Brock is he's the lead general, #1 5-star general of LoPresti Army. There's 4. I hope this doesn't turn out blank, because like I said, this is found film from thrifted cameras. That was 5. I'm probably gonna go to 10 just because I like to overdo things. Okay. But yeah, dudes, thanks for hanging out for this marathon live sesh, 2 hours. And we already did an hour earlier today, so that's 3 hours of freaking live streaming, guys. Best camera ever thrifts. I'd probably say my Leica Flex SL2. I got that with the 50mm f2 Summicron and a 180mm f2.8, I think. I forget, Elmerit, for just a little over $100. That was pretty good. Well, we also thrifted Sarah's Olympus Mu 2 for $5. But right now it's not working 100%, so we're kind of sad about that. I've gotten other like epic thrifts. Like I filled up 3 bags of camera stuff. Like Walmart, they had a bag sale at this one estate sale, and they had a bunch of camera accessories and lenses in a garage, and like you could fill up anything in these bags from the garage. And they had a bunch of stuff. They had a bunch of camera stuff. They had lenses they were asking $500 for and whatnot. Anyway, they spent $75 because it was $25 a bag. And once we totaled up all the sticker prices, it was over $2,200 worth of camera stuff. It was those cool mirror lenses I have came from that. I forget what else. But the day before, I had overspent too much money on at the same sale on the Mamiya M645 because I got all gassed up on it. I spent way too much money on that thing because I broke one of the 5 LoPresti laws. I got or the 6th bonus law. I got all gassed up. I didn't do the research. I didn't buy at the broke price. So I break my own rules all the time when it comes to thrifting cameras. But yeah, those are probably the best ones. The Leica Flex SL2, the Olympus Mu, and I did get a great deal on the Hasselblad. But I never get to shoot that thing anymore because Sarah claimed it. So it's like not mine anymore. It was, happy birthday to Sarah. Anyway, I think that's enough rinsing. Let's see if we got any pictures. Drum roll, please. Dun, I can't see shit. Yeah, guys, I don't see anything. But, they could just be fogged. So, I mean, might as well go ahead and wash them. What are you saying, Brock? Dude, imagine talking to a room of 40 people. What you're doing right now, that's a lot of people in reality. Yeah, I mean, that is dope. Can you even think about it? Thank you guys so much. Like, it is kind of weird to think, like, what if this was like a stuffy classroom, like, and it was like all you guys up in the circle around me, this is kind of why I want to figure out a more back and forth solution. Some people have said Discord is good for it, for doing like a live stream, but you can have other people jump on to talk. They make it easy to do that during Instagram lives, but I don't know how to do that for YouTube. So I might have to figure out like a Discord or something, because I would love to be able to have Brock come up and talk, and if Mingo wants to raise his hand and jump on, it would be cool. Then seeing straight through. You like it opaque, eh? I shoot with an AE1 program. Let us know where the t-shirts are available. I won't. Hell yeah, dude. Okay, well, hell yeah. This week I'm going to be getting with my cousin's screen printer, so keep it in the family. Make it so you can't refuse this Canon AE1 program shit. Capiche? Oh. Anyway, yeah, I'll definitely do an email blast to everybody. Make sure, keep a lookout. I might do a post on here about it. On Instagram, I might do a story, but I'll definitely do an email blast. So make sure you subscribe to the newsletter. Hey, dude, hell yeah. That's cool as hell that you're doing analog stuff in school, dude. Freaking, I never did any photo stuff in school. I took one photography class when I was going to school for graphic design, and I didn't really follow through with it. Anyway, jump on me. I'm talking about if we could have other people jump on the live stream is what I'm trying to figure out. Okay, well, I see a little bit of something. Kodak GC400. Okay, here's one thing you freaks might like. Let's see if I can make this. Is it gonna focus on it? There's a foot. Do you guys see that? That's a sandal. That's definitely a sandal. Anyway, you got some trash can bangers, dude? In the mail there. Wait, I thought I sent out that last batch forever ago, dude. Okay, what else do we got here? Well, thank you so much for ordering the trash can bangers, dude. Hell yeah, man. I really appreciate you. TikTok? You think we should do it on TikTok, dude? I have been thinking I have to get TikTok going because that makes it the easiest to sell stuff is TikTok. Okay, so these are, maybe I shouldn't have shown you that feet pic because apparently these are all pictures from me right now. So whatever camera this is from, I definitely found it and finished the roll. It looks like someone opened up the camera midway through. So here's all pictures that I took, me and the puppy. Okay, and here's some of the original frames from the original owner. And it looks like a city. Let's see if anyone recognizes the skyline before I go hang this one up. Come on, if I can make this unravel a bit. There we go, let's see. Kind of hard to see, ain't it? Come on, come on, come on. I don't know, it's hard to make it focus, guys. There we go. Does anyone recognize that skyline? I know it's kind of small in the frame. Do Google image search. You guys are, Brock, don't be a perv, dude. I'm the best photo YouTuber with the best attitude and perspective so far. Keep doing it. Thank you so much. You make this all worth it. Thank you. No, dude, I appreciate everyone saying stuff like that. And I try not to let it go to my head. Anyway, let's go hang this one up and then we'll wash the next two rolls and then we'll wrap this thing up. Put a nice little bow on it. Okay? No, dude, I'll send you a scan of the feet pics, Brock. Because that's just because you're the #1 general of LoPresti Army. You'll get the feet pic scan, okay? I swear, that's one of the perks you can expect. I'm thinking about putting that perk on my OnlyFans though, which is coming soon to a LoPresti Army member near you. It's all just jokes, babe.
I don't care, just make money.
Sarah says she doesn't care. That's it. You guys have heard it here first. If I can make money from feet pics, I got the green light.
You got good feet.
I got flat feet, guys. So I don't know. Does that help the?
They're not like gnarly.
They're not gnarly, gross feet. Okay, let's go get the next ones washed up. No Limit Soldier. LA? Does that look like LA? Austin? Did it look like Austin? Do you guys actually like believe that, or are you just like, hey, let's say a city, let's interact with Nicholas? Okay, gonna shake this around for 30 seconds, and hopefully this one has pics on it too. So far, that's 1 out of 3. They're dark as the night. Here's the other one that's not in there right now. I think I see scratches. I still don't see any frame lines on it yet. Looks like LA. I don't know, we'll find out. I mean, but that's all there is from the original owner. It just looks like, yes, I have shot Instax with SLR lenses. I have a short about it. I still have that Nons SL42 camera that a friend lent me. I've been letting him hold on to my Yashica Mat 124G while I play with it, but I only made that one short about it and played with it for like a week. And I haven't touched it since, but I've been thinking about doing a long form video about it. It's pretty fun. Okay, well, let's see if this one's got any pics. Oof, this one looks darker. I don't see any edge markings. Okay, I think is that a frame? It's either frame or someone's short and curlies on there. It looks like, yes, we have some frames, but they look like unintentional light trails, like, you know, with an automatic camera shooting in the dead of night while you're driving in a car type of thing. I see some more clear defined shapes. I'm not seeing any faces. Okay, here's one that looks like the ceiling of like a supermarket or something. Okay, well, we got some pictures. Nothing I'm too excited about seeing. Well, why are you retracting your... Sam Stone is retracting all his messages. What do you got to hide, Sam? I was about to read your messages and then you took it back? You can't take it back. This stuff is set in stone. The internet never forgets. What's up, Lambo? Thanks for joining us. Okay, Brock says, I always feel guilty for not sending Tony found film when they come out clear. Tony does love his found film, dude. He's all about it, dude. I definitely have a good collection of scanned stuff that, you know, maybe I should do a whole video about it one day. I put out some pictures in like my Minolta 110 camera video because I had one found roll, half found. I ended up finishing the roll myself. So I put out those pictures, but I have found some cool ones. Like there's one set of stuff, one roll I found where I don't know if I developed it or if I just found it and scanned it, but I think I developed it, and it was like shots of like in like some Arctic location. Like there was like dog sledding going on, and it was pretty crazy. So I would love to share those sometime, see if we can find who the hell those came from. Some frickin' Arctic expedition. Admiral E-Bird! Admiral went and saw the Nazis in Antarctica. That guy, you know? You guys gotta watch more Y-Files. I gotta watch more Y-Files. I've honestly been falling asleep during his episodes lately. Can't keep my eyes open. Okay, Sam Stone's back. He's taking it back. I just started shooting a Nons SL645. You should make a long form video about the Nons for shooting insects with a warming filter. That sounds fun. Yeah, I have wanted to do one about that because I think it would be easier to just slam out a bunch of new photos through the Nons, especially because you don't have to develop them. Yeah, dude, it seems like everybody who likes me also likes the Y-Files. Who would have known? Hey. More of Bruce's stuff before returning his slides. Oh, you didn't get to go through the whole thing, Lambo? Dude, that was cool, friggin' when we got to talk about that, man. That was a cool situation you had going on there. Yeah, I remember one of the coolest things, like collections I found that I should have bought was like all I show it off when I'm at an estate sale in my Austin vlog. This guy must have worked as the head designer or architect for Schlotsky's, the deli, and he hey, well, thanks for ordering that. I hope you used my affiliate link. But this guy, he had all these 4x5 positive slides, or, you know, just positive pictures, 4x5 pictures of like Schlotsky's marketing stuff, like people in the kitchen or like the buildings and the designs they used to put the whole thing together. Also, I probably haven't shown all you guys, but I actually have a new collection of found film that I need to scan and archive. Found it at an estate sale. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, let's see if this one's got any pictures. Okay. Oh, okay. There's right off the bat, there's something, but it is pretty fogged. Okay, so I definitely finished this roll. These are puppy pictures. Got a couple of puppy pictures here at the end of this roll. Unless puppy's got like an old forgotten doppelganger out there. Here's the burned bits right here. You see on either side of the blue stuff. And then More puppy pics? Huh. Okay, I don't know what's up with this now. Puppy's a time traveler. More burned bits. Okay, I'm starting to see a face. An unfamiliar face. It's a weird angle. Well, this will be cool to see what the heck this is. Then here's some groups of people doing something. I don't know. Look, I definitely got stuff. It's kind of hard to see. You know, let's see if I can focus on any of this for you guys. See, you can barely even see through it. Maybe if I point it down there. There you go. You can see a little bit of it. Anyway, so there's information there. I think this is the puppy pic side, though. Let's try the other side. Okay, here we go. So you can see the frames. I think it's hard to focus in on what's going on here, though. Come on, YouTube. There we go. Getting a little bit of something. Anyway, what do you know, guys? Recovering long forgotten memories, you know, for people who might not be around anymore. And they seem scannable, you know, especially with the essential film holder, which you should get at madebylopro.com/EFH. Get yours today, and, you know, I get a little cut of that sale, and it helps me out. I should have helped push those during Black Friday, but, you know, I was too busy having my own goddamn holiday to make you guys buy a bunch of plastic, you know what I mean? Anyway. Oh, beautiful for spacious sky, the waves of Hamburg grain, the gelatin and silver, and pictures so much pain. Oh, Kodak from Rochester, please send me some free film. I'm serenading the internet, babe. What does it seem like I'm doing? Oh yeah, I forgot I had something to show you guys. So, let's see how dark. Okay, yeah, so this whole cabinet, I've already shown some of you guys this stuff. So, you know, forgive me for showing the rest of the class, but this whole cabinet, we bought this whole cabinet. They had it marked as $1 each for 35 millimeter slides. And there's a lot of slides in here. A lot of slides. And there's more in some of those. And it's got like a whole tray and like stuff to be able to put the projector over here. We didn't buy a projector with it because I already have fancy projectors. But I do want to convert one of my projectors to be able to become a scanning system. Anyway, Germany, Austria. Let's see what the first one of this is. Looks kind of dark. Looks kind of dark. Come on. Okay, let's go get closer to the light, guys. Let's see if it's a dirty picture. Hold on, I'm not seeing much of anything. I can't really tell what that is. Looks like a city. Okay. And it's Kodachrome. Anyway, so yeah, I got a bunch of stuff to go through here. We got Paris, flying, France, Spain. A lot of stuff. Close-up photography, air shows, Kelly Air Force Base, France on the what? France cathedrals, graveyards, southern France, Germany scenes, flying Amarillo, notes, I guess. You know, more boxes of slides, so a bunch of stuff to go through. And some stuff in here that I haven't even looked at. Hey, look, Agfalux. Those things are cool. Now I got to get some flash bulbs. What do you know? Look at this thing. That's pretty minty. What do you know, guys? That's a big come up. I didn't even know what was in here. There's the case for it, I guess. Here's a slide viewer. You look through there, view slides. Looks like there's just more slides in here. Uh-oh, we got a Polaroid. Okay. Well, I guess I can't show that. Fuck. Damn.
You can see what it is, Nicholas.
Well, guys, now I know where that one is. Fucking hell, dude. I don't think anything was showing. I think that's safe. I don't think I'll get demonetized on this video for that. Well. What do you guys think? I mean, whoa, freaking Polaroid, baby. I'm in love, babe. I'm just kidding. I'm in love with you. Oh, so yeah, that's don't clip that part, Lambo. Don't share that. Come on, I don't want to get in trouble. I don't know why I turned that over. I should have looked at it first before I showed the internet. I'm a dumbass. Oh my God. Whatever. At least you guys got to see it. Whatever. Yeah, I might have to clip that part out of the VOD of this, but you know. So if you want to see it live, just, you know, back up like, I don't know, 30 seconds. I don't know how long ago it was now. But yeah, we've covered a lot of ground, talked about the Lomo MCA. We've successfully developed a bunch of film, even old film. Like, look at that. We developed the Go Pellicula Supreme color, Suprema. And does it even say where this came from? No. But I don't know. Only one of them I saw edge markings on. One of them was GC. Well, no, I guess I did see a GC 400 and a something. I don't know if I saw the 800. So anyway, I'll figure it out. I'll figure out which are which eventually. Now I dropped my canister, and that kind of defeats the whole purpose of even saving those canisters. Oh well, I'll find it. But I don't know. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Any last questions before I wrap this thing up and, you know, go clean up out in the kitchen? Let me know quick. Yeah, so the designs of this, for anyone who didn't catch it on the previous live streams, I'll just go ahead and do a quick teaser for stuff that's coming up for merch designs. I'll open that up. And I got one that I want to do, but I don't think it's going to be coming anytime soon. Okay, so here's the one. Hey, okay, I'm back. Sorry, I don't know what happened. At first, I thought for a second that they saw that Polaroid. Kodachrome 2, if you want to talk to anybody about how to develop old Kodachrome, Dan the Guitar Man, you probably want to talk to BLC Photography in here. Brock, he can help you out. But I know I'm probably not allowed to sell Canon merch, but, you know, what about AE1 program merch? So, you know, just cover up that and you're fine. Anyway, so just like this shirt I'm wearing, you know, I think it looks cooler without that. And honestly, I've done a better job recreating the AE1 program than whoever made this shirt was able to do. And yeah, so this is going to be coming out soon. What else do I got? There's already pre-order stuff on the site that you can, if you like this design, the Keep On Shooting, or the Shoot More, Think Less. Where is that one? How come it's not showing up? No, that's not it. Here we go. This one's also available on the site for buying. And right now I've extended the raffle orders. Anybody who buys anything on the site for the next week will get entered to win a roll of that X-ray film. I'm giving away 3 rolls. Anyway, this is the one thing I said, I don't know if I'm going to put this one out anytime soon because it's kind of more of a complicated 2-color design. And then with the bucket hat, I don't know how I'm going to make that work better than that. But Gildan instead of Gildan, you know, Gildan is like the shirt company. So it's a play on things. I thought it was clever. And then shirt tags, all shirts are going to be coming with Where's the shirt tags designs though? Where's the shirt tags file? I guess I got to open up InDesign to show everybody that. Come on. Come on, baby. Let's load up. Come on, Adobe. You're so well optimized. I love it. I love how optimized you are. Okay, so I'm going to be making fun little art prints for the shirt tags. So like there'll be limited runs of any photos I do. So say, you know, this will be the first editions. I'll only do like, I don't know, 12 of these tags, and they're like little 2x3. The picture is 2x3 and the tag is whatever, how much bigger that is. So this will be like 1 of 12, 2 of 12, 3 of 12, yada, yada. And then same with this toilet picture that Grainy Days would be proud of. So yeah, and I'm also giving special presents for all the pre-order shirt pre-orders that, you know, I'm going to hook you guys up. You're not going to be disappointed, I promise. So anyway, I just want you guys to know I appreciate you, and I'm working hard to, you know, make sure I follow through and hopefully get you guys stuff before Christmas for everyone who's ordered stuff. Okay, I'm just, you know, I feel like time's running out. I'm freaking out over here. Okay, but you guys rock, so I want you guys to know I'm working hard. Dan says, I love my E1 program, except it feels like the shutter has a short delay to it before it fires. Is that normal? Is that just mine? Even at fast shutter speeds? I don't know. I feel like it's got the kind of the same shutter feeling as the and sound as the Canon A1, and I've got to say that never instills much confidence. I've never thought there's a delay to it, but it's almost like ba-ting, ba-ting. Does my A1 have film in it right now? Oh, God, puppy, it smells like dog farts over here, dude. Puppy, it smells like dog farts.
About your thoughts on Russian rangefinder lenses?
I only have 2 of them, and one of them doesn't even really work with my Zorky very well. It slips off of the focusing rangefinder cam coupler thing. Okay, see, I don't want to waste shots, so I can't even show you guys the sound of my Canon AE1, but I have that in several other videos. Like my Leica video, I compare it to the puny shutter sound of my Canon A1, so just trust me, it kind of sounds poopy. I know exactly what your problem is. It's the gears next to the mirror being gummed. Easy fix. Hey, sounds like you can oil it up. Did I miss anything else? I mean lenses. We want to know your thoughts on Russian rangefinder lenses. Okay, so I already talked about that. Yeah, I guess that's it, guys. It's already been over 2 hours, and it smells like puppy wants to go for a little potty break. So I appreciate you. I'm going to go clean up. Remember to shoot more, think less. Don't take everything so seriously. And thank you so much for joining me and hanging out and everything. Be sure to, you know, coordinate with each other. Reach out on Instagrams so we can keep this community going. I think I'll get a place like a Discord going sooner than later, because that would be fun. There is a thing. You can make viewer posts on my channel on YouTube. So if you guys want to talk there, feel free. You guys can post your own pictures and posts on there. So if you guys want to like coordinate stuff there, feel free. That can be a little community page for now until I get something else figured out, you know? And then, yeah, it'd be fun to get a forum going on the website. I don't know how to do that though, especially with Squarespace. But yeah, good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, happy Monday coming soon. You know, the world, it's coming back to normal, back to the swing of things. I'll see you guys later. And this, how do I end it? I click the live button, I think, and then I say no more live. How do I, X? Do I hit the X? Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes. Okay, there we go. Talk to everybody. Keep going. Keep killing it. Keep being cool. You guys rock. Love you guys. Bye, 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 bye.